Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Jay Spooky back for another video, aka Jose. And I just want to thank you guys for joining in and tuning in tonight's video. Tonight's video is going to be a story time, and I honestly hope that you guys enjoy it. Like, comment, follow, share with your friends. Anything really helps, to be honest. But let's just jump right into it. So basically, this story time is about the time that I almost got caught by the cops. Yes, we're about to go into that tonight. And I know I've been told you guys about the story time when I went with my homie, went to the gas station, everything like that. And we almost got caught up that way. But this is another time that I almost actually got caught. And I wasn't even with my friends at this time. So basically, there was a time that I used to go walks by myself. Particularly, I like to like clear my head, to be honest. And it wouldn't even be like at 7 or at 8 or at 9 or 10 at night. Your boy went for walks at 1 in the morning. And you're asking why. Like, why, Jose? Why are you going to go on walks at 1 in the morning? Like, that's really weird. Like, this is homeless people where I'm at, especially in the desert. They can be coyotes and shit like that just wandering around. Just spawning in out of nowhere. And for me, my explanation is because your boy was bored. At the time, for the most part, it was especially during COVID, to be honest. I had my console and everything, but for the most part, I just stopped playing it, to be honest, because it got boring for such a long time, to be honest, and I needed to do something else to clear my head, I guess. So basically, I'm going out for a walk. Your boy sneaks out through the back window, jumps over the tall ass gate from my backyard, and I'm surprised my dogs didn't even start barking, to be honest. So I go into the alleyway, and then I start going on my walk. And for the most part, I can remember that I would see like cop cars around the neighborhood, to be honest, especially their headlights and stuff. But that's the only time I would honestly recognize like a cop car coming through, especially through my backyard, because like my window, like just you could just see the lights going through the alleys and stuff like that. And I'm surprised that this time I didn't even get caught up, especially jumping over, because there will be a certain time the cops will come through and everything like that. And I'm going for my walk and everything. I'm looking around, listening to music, talking to myself about things that I want to do, things that I'm hoping for, things that I want to change in my life, and just thinking. Your boy was honestly in his thoughts and shit like that, thoughts, emotions, etc., whatever. But next thing you know, I have an idea. I'm like, bro, I should walk to like through the desert, cause there's like a desert and there's a hill where the desert's at. Fuck, I'm starting like a motherfucker. So I'm starting to walk over there, and I see a cop car, and I hit myself. I start laying down under a whole ass bush, and I'm all like, bro, hopefully I don't get caught, type shit. And then the cop goes by. I start walking into the desert and everything, and I'm gonna be honest, I can't believe I wasn't even scared of not even going to the desert. It was like the moon wasn't out or anything like that. It was just completely dark as fuck. And I'm like, watch, I'm gonna walk up to this hill and shit, and I'm just gonna chill there. Like I'm fucking Batman type shit. So I go walking over there, and I ain't gonna lie, I started regretting my decision. I started hearing howls. I can remember a time when there was like a homeless man, especially in the desert, that had like a whole ass tent and everything. And I'm just like, fuck, maybe this was a bad decision. And I was like, fuck, you're not a bitch. So I go walking over. The way that I walked was I actually just kept walking like straight down this one narrow path. And I would like walk all the way around the hill instead of just going like straight up, if that makes any sense. So I literally go like a full circle around the hill where I want it to be. So basically I do that, and I ain't gonna lie, your boy was still honestly scared. Like, you never know what can happen. I can't believe I actually even did this in the first place. To this day, I still can't believe I actually did this. And I'm glad that I'm telling you guys this. So I'm walking around and everything. I grab a fucking stick. And it wasn't even like one of those big ass sticks. It was a pretty fucking skinny stick. And I think I'm gonna, beat a coyote or the homeless man that used to live in the desert and shit. So I'm walking up to the hill and everything. I make it to my destination, and I just chill there for like a cool minute. And I see the neighborhood and everything. I was like, man, this is calm and peaceful. I felt like I really needed this type shit. And next thing you know, in the distance, I see a cop car. And I was like, man, that cop car is just gonna go through the streets and alleys and whatnot. No, this cop car starts going through the desert. And I'm over here tripping and shit. I was like, what the fuck? Did this cop see me like walk through or anything like that? And the weirdest part was that the cop car was like actually going through the trails that I was walking through. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta start running home or something. So next thing you know, the headlights were bright as fucking shit, and I started running down the hill, to be honest. But I went the opposite direction that I was coming from. I was going from the left side, and I was like, fuck, the only way I can make it to my house is honestly making a whole ass loop around the neighborhood, or cutting through alleys, or cutting through neighborhoods. Well, cutting through houses, not neighborhoods, but cutting through houses like I did in the previous story time. And next thing you know, I started running through the desert. I never ran this fast in my whole fucking life, to be honest, because it's a fucking cop. The bro probably see my footsteps and shit, so I'm running through the desert and everything. And then I get to the neighborhood, and I didn't think that there was gonna be more cop cars, because usually it was honestly just one that will honestly go through the neighborhood. It wasn't like a lot. And as I get close to the neighborhood, I see another one just drive by, and I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? So I'm just looking around and everything. I'm all like tripping out. I put my AirPods in my case. I'm fully locked in and shit. And I started running through the neighborhood. My dumb ass first started running through the streets. Stupid idea, honestly. I feel like I should have just like, went through a house or something and crossed over to another house and just hid completely. So next thing you know, I'm running through the streets. I go into alleyways to like make sure that these cops don't see me or anything like that. I hide behind bushes. Basically, your boy was like hiding like an immigrant trying to come into the United States type of vibe, you know? That's the way that I would explain it. To be honest, that's the way that I would explain it. So I'm going through, and I get to the street before the alleyway into my house. And I get there and I look around, make sure there's no cops or anything, and then I'll hear, "Hey, what are you doing in my neighborhood?" And I look back, and it was one of the neighbors, but bro was old and everything, and bro looked scary as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bro looking like Mr. Nevercracker from Monster House type shit. I'm like, oh shit! So I start running and everything like that. I jump over a gate going into the alleyway of the backyard of my house. I go in there, I jump down, and he's like, I'm calling the cops. And as you know, I go into my house, lock the window, and then literally I'm over hyperventilating and everything like that, because I could have gotten caught by Mr. Nevercracker type of vibe, you know? And for the most part, I was scared as shit, but eventually the cops did come through the alleyway, and surprisingly, they didn't knock on the door of my house, to be honest, because it was 1 in the morning. Come on now. And for the most part, that shit was honestly scary. And more of the story is, don't be me. Be better at night. Just stay in your house, relax, do what you gotta do. Play video games, listen to music, or just think to yourself rather than being quarantine Jose, going into a fucking desert and having to jump through so many hoops just to get to his house. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for joining in and tuning in tonight's video. Hope you guys have a good night. Hope you guys have a good day whenever you guys see this, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.